And good evening to those of you who are coming in live on the church site and on the Thaddeus Matthews YouTube channel. We're getting ready to go live. Let me just bring the Instagram family on into the room as well. Thank you so very, very much. I don't know whether those of you who are coming in on Instagram, I see a whole lot of light on you. So I don't know whether you're seeing me real good because I see a lot of the light from the studio lights on you. There, that seems to be just a little bit better right there. All right, we're going to be talking tonight about Cheryl Wright and her appearance in court on today. And the subject of the show is Your Good Thing is about to come to an end. So I want you to just stay right here with me for the next 2 hours. Those of you on Instagram, you know that in 1 hour you will go off and then we will bring you back up. Hoping that your day today has been marvelous. It's been a great day for each and every one of you. Laquita Jones, what's going on, baby? Yeah, I was just singing your song to my husband. Good thing. It's the church website. NakedTruthLEM.com. When did her son say the attorneys have been paid in full? I haven't heard that one. Where did you get that at? Because the attorneys stated today that they hadn't been paid. So where do you get that from? Or you just running off at the mouth? Let me see if I can find his statement where the attorney said the arrangements have not been made. This is a television show, and we're getting ready to go live in just a second. Bring me up, Linda. Linda. Tell Linda to turn me up in the studio. Turn me up. Ooh, they're now running them out. Turn me up.
This program may include strong images and language and may not be suitable for all audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
What you say? They don't get it right.
10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2.
And just when you thought it was safe, it is absolutely, positively not. And good Thursday evening to you. And welcome again to Steele, the most controversial, the hardest hitting, the most informative, the most provocative, the most non-filter having television talk show anywhere on the planet. Thank you so very much for joining me here on this Thursday evening. Those of you who are used to watching me by PayPal, I should be our not PayPal, what is it, PayPal? I got PayPal on my mind. Facebook, on Facebook jail, according to what I'm reading, in 2 days and 22 hours left of incarceration. How long I will stay out of Facebook jail, I really don't know. It depends on those who get mad and those who like to report my page. And it really doesn't, at this point, it really doesn't matter. We'll see what happens, but we will maintain our Instagram page as well as the YouTube TV channel, which also shows at the very same time on the church website at Naked Truth LEM. Well, I know what everybody wants to talk about on today. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about Minister Cheryl Wright, the woman of God, the woman who started to preaching and ministering out at the Mount Olive Missionary Baptist Church in Collierville, Tennessee. Now her and Deacon Billy Ray Turner have been accused of killing her ex-husband, NBA basketball star and Memphis's own Lorenzen Wright. Today was her first day in Division 7 in the courtroom of Judge Lee V. Coffey. This was her first day in. And I want the individuals who know that you're calling me and blocking your numbers because you're a fool. I got your number, and I'm going to deal with your number on the air, and I'm also going to turn your number over for harassment. See, there are too many issues that I need to discuss in this community that only I have the balls to talk about, that I will not be distracted by the idiots that we have in this community. Thanks to all of you that's coming in from Ohio and Houston and other areas of the country as well. Let's see some here. The Thaddeus Matthews TV channel. There was an old channel that I had, I think it was called Pastor Raw. That is not the right one. Go to the one where you see me in a similar vest like this, but it's blue. I think it's black and white. It's a black and white picture on there with a vest on. So, but let's do it. The deacon, Lord have mercy. Y'all talk about me cussing, but here we got Deacon Billy Ray and Minister Cheryl. We got both of them. We've got both of them who've been accused of killing Lorenzen Wright. Let me say something. When y'all come on my page, let me say this something to those of you that come on social media. When you come on, like this fellow JGW, I'm gonna give you one more chance. That's not my subject tonight, and anyone that I see on the social media sites that tried to bring in another subject, I will permanently remove you from the page. So JGW27015, that's the only chance that you gave. I haven't heard the statement, and some of you, I see someone put this on here that her sons have gave thanks to God because her attorneys have been paid in full. I have not heard that statement, and if they've been paid in full, it happened today after court. Because from the attorney's statement on this morning, the arrangements had not been made. Let's talk a little bit about this morning, and if you know that for a fact, someone let me know where you got those facts from, that the attorneys have been paid in full, because as of this morning, they had not been paid in full because the attorney said the arrangements still have to be made, and that's the reason that they asked for 30 days. Cheryl Robertson came into court this morning, a little bit after 9 o'clock, very nonchalantly, not looking at the crowd in the courtroom, and the charges were read to her. Cheryl Wright is charged with first-degree murder, conspiracy to commit, first-degree murder, and attempted first-degree murder. Now let's go through all that again. She is charged. Someone said he posted it on his page about an hour ago. Straight Beautiful, send me a copy of that. Send it to my cell phone if you know my number, or send it to the church website. Okay. Ace the Great, you are out of the room. I don't give you one shot. I've gave the rules for social media. She came in and first-degree murder, conspiracy to commit first-degree murder, and attempted first-degree murder. Let's look at those charges. Naturally, you get first-degree murder. They have evidence, and it's rumored that she was at the scene. Part of the evidence that is going to be presented by the prosecution states that Cheryl Wright was at the scene, and that in fact there is evidence, I'm told, that says that one of the guns she pulled the trigger on. I'm also told that there is going to be DNA that supports that one of the killers cut themselves on the barbed wire fence where they placed his body after the shooting. After they shot him numerous times, and I'm going to look again in the autopsy report, which I have a copy of, and give the exact locations tonight of where he was shot. But she walked in, and when she was represented, well, let me go back to this. Conspiracy, let me give you where the conspiracy comes in. The conspiracy is that she conspired with Billy Ray Turner and probably someone else or someone else to have her husband killed. That's where the conspiracy comes in, okay? An attempted first-degree murder is that the July 18th murder was not the first attempt on his life. The first attempt, we're told, was made in Atlanta. But they were not able to go through, and I'm told that Billy Ray was the individual that was supposed to have tried to kill Lorenzen in Atlanta, and it didn't come forth. They couldn't find him, or he wasn't there, or something of that nature. So the murder took place here in Memphis, Tennessee. So she's charged with first-degree murder, conspiracy to commit first-degree murder, and attempted first-degree murder. That's where the attempt, okay? That's where the attempt, first-degree murder, comes in. Now, remember that there has to be some evidence that the prosecution already has for all of these charges to come forth. Now, as we look at her charges, you would have, I guess, what some would call a dream team. There was no sorrow on her face. Now, you had Blake Ballard in court with her. Also, you had Steve Faris Jr. Steve Faris Sr. showed up also in the hall when the interviews were taking place. The reason that I'm concerned about the statement that someone is making here in social media, that her son said that thank God they have been paid, these are not cheap lawyers. I used Steve Faris about 4 or 5 years ago, and it cost me $60,000. Now, when we look at this type of case, I'm estimating that this particular case will cost in excess of $150,000. This case will probably, if it goes to trial, will probably take at least 2 years. Okay? So one of the questions is, where is the money coming from? The judge, Judge Coffey, told her in presenting the charges that you could face life in jail without parole. Also, the death penalty could go on the table as well. That's going to be up to the prosecution. Now, in this particular case, being as high profile as this case is, and people are watching this case around the country, unless there is a plea that is made, I expect the death penalty to be on the table. Someone is saying on the page, good representation ain't cheap. No, it ain't cheap. These are high profile attorneys. And I've listened to some people say, well, you know, they did the Mary Winkler case pro bono. I don't expect this case to be a free case. I expect some money is going to have to come up somewhere. Now, where is that money going to come up from. In this case, there is no public sentiment that's really on her side. Okay? There is no public sentiment that's on her side. There is, unlike in the Mary Winkler case, there is no history of abuse. Plus, there is also a co-defendant in this particular matter, in Billy Ray. And I'm reading some of this stuff that you all are saying here on social media, and you have no insight to exactly what is going on. Now, at one time, there were some properties in Arkansas, and I didn't have the time today to trace to see if she still owns those properties. She's got a sister who is running for office, by the way, Katrina Robinson Lee, who has a business. I think I left the name of that business on my desk. But she has a business, it's a health business. And she just received, not too long ago, $1.6 million from the U.S. Department of Human Services for scholarships for folk who are trying to get into the medical field and to take care of the elderly. That's the name of it. Thank you. The Healthcare Institute. And she's getting ready to run for office. I didn't notice her sister. Her sister was not there in court today. Her husband was not there in court today. But there was a lady that was sitting next to me and Dale this morning that was a relative. Didn't get a chance to really find out who she was, but when she was coming into the courtroom, the sheriff, the bailiff said, "Who are you here for?" Cheryl Wright. So I'm taking that she was a family member, or she could have just been there for the Cheryl Wright case. But the husband was not there. Somebody said the money can come from her selling the movie and television rights. Well, you ain't got that yet. You're not at that point yet. And I do expect for this to be made into a movie, but does she have the rights? Okay, see, the question is going to come in, who has the rights? Does the killer have the rights? She's an ex-wife. She was not married. Okay? She was not married. But let's go back. Two lawyers, Blake Vallon, Steve Faris Jr., they both appeared with her. They stated that they needed more time to finalize their arrangements that have not been made yet. Now let me see if I can find that. I taped some of that this morning while I was there. Let me see if I can find his statement. Steve Faris.
All cases. We don't know that yet. Well, that's something we'll discuss.
Can you hear this? I'm going to run through the system in a minute.
As involved with any case, when you work together with other lawyers, you try to parcel out, what they will do and what less than happen. Yeah, Steve and Blake will take the lead, and we'll be there for whatever support and help And, you know, we gotta wait to make sure arrangements are done.
Now, you heard him just state, we've got to wait to make sure that arrangements are made. And, you know, I see all types of speculation here on social media. Okay, that is totally erroneous. Somebody talking about Marjorie Harvey is going to get involved with this, and that Marjorie Harvey is going to give the money. First of all, understand that Marjorie Harvey's money is Steve Harvey's money, and Steve Harvey is not going to get into this. You cannot, okay, sit back and listen to everything that people on social media who have no involvement, have done no research, and they're running with the rumors that they're hearing. Steve Harvey is not going to get involved in this matter. And always remember, Marjorie's money is Steve Harvey's money. There's going to be a lot of speculation, and that's the reason I'm going to be at the courtroom, in the courtroom, on every situation. Billy Turner has a court date on this Monday morning. I'll be present this Monday morning in his hearing. But I don't think that even with these top-notch lawyers, that she's going to be able, based on what I've heard and from some of my informants and sources, it's going to be hard for her to get away from this particular case. One of the things that the lawyers stated, that when the reporters asked her, how's she doing? Well, hell, she in jail. You know, she done bedded down with Big Bertha by now. She's been there almost a week. That her main concern, they stated, was her children. Now, I find that hard to believe. I do. I find it hard to believe that you kill the father of the children, but you're concerned now about the children. I don't see it. Okay, I don't see that as a matter. Again, there is alleged evidence that puts Cheryl at the scene. Here's what I think, and here's what I see going to happen. Billy Ray, Deacon Billy Ray, good deacon out at the Mount Olive Missionary Baptist Church, Collierville, Tennessee. He has a record. He has a drug history. He's had numerous arrests in the past. He's a candidate for the death penalty. He's a candidate as well for life in prison. What I expect Billy Ray to do is to protect his own self, to thine own as what? Be true. I expect Billy Ray, if he has not already, see, the person in this that is going to get the lesser time or get the death penalty taken off the case, because I believe that the death penalty, because it's a high profile case, because of the horrific way that Lorenzo Wright died, I believe that the prosecution is going to go after the death penalty. That's my belief. I just believe that Amy Warwick is going to go for the death penalty. The person who has the best chance of living is going to be the one who cuts the deal first. And if Benny Ray has any sense at all, he will be singing like the OJs, singing like the Jubilee hummingbirds. He'd be singing right. He would tell exactly what happened. He would tell that coochie, I call it killer coochie, that killer coochie was so good that it caused him to have moments of insanity. Yeah, that's what Benny Ray needs to say, yes, I was a part of it. And she gave me that killer coochie. She kept on putting that killer coochie on me. I was cutting the yard around the house. I was hanging around the house. I had been around the house since the days of Lorenzen. Even when she got married again, I was around the house. When the Lord called her to preach, I brought her on out there to the same church I was a member of. I was a deacon, and she was the preacher. And look, she just put that thing on me. Yes, she just put that thing on me. I know, Judge, that you heard that the devil made me do it, but the coochie made me do it. Yeah. The coochie caused him mental illness. I know a little bluebird. He needs to be singing. He needs to be singing and look, lay his burdens down by the riverside. Yes, I did it. Yes. She gave me that fire cap. She gave me that fire coochie. I drove all the way to Atlanta. She conspired. She made me do it. She put in my head that we were going to be together forever, that she didn't want nobody else. She even told me that if I killed Lorenzen, I'd be her man. We lived happily ever after. Had a bad case, Judge, of the King Helpings. Oh, Judge, if you knew the things that she could do with that tongue of hers. Judge, she took her tongue as long and wrapped it around the thing and just squares it. I never, she's demonic. She got demonic coochie. The devil all in her coochie. Yes. Demonic coochie. I throw myself, Your Honor, on the mercy of the court. Yes. I got a case of the killer coochie syndrome. Killer coochie. Y'all, but I'm gonna tell it all. I'm gonna tell it now, Judge. She needs a seance. She needs an exorcism because, Judge, she got demons in her coochie. And when she was giving me that coochie, all of them demons started talking to me. And I didn't know what to do. I couldn't help myself. I know how, the deacon gonna tell the judge, I knew how Samson felt with Delilah. Delilah had that killer coochie. Made me give up on my God, get my hair cut. The boy is going to have to sing. She's going to have to sing. Let me tell you something. You can look at Cheryl this morning and just see how demonic she was. She had no signs of remorse on her face. She sashayed in there in a prison, in a jailhouse clothes. The judge asked her, did you understand what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Now, what do you think her defense is going to be? Is she going to blame it all on Billy Ray? I know that Billy Ray's family, y'all probably watch this show. Y'all need to talk to Billy Ray when y'all accept his phone calls again. And tell him he needs to sing. He goes back into court Monday. He's already pled not guilty. I'll be there Monday morning to see exactly what's going to be said. This is one of those nights I really want to open up the phone lines, but the ignorance of people in this community makes it hard for me to even want to open up the phone lines to see what you all have in mind. A lot of you have been texting me. Some of you are saying, and I'd like for you to screenshot what the son is saying. Now, and that's a funny thing. That's a funny thing. Do you think that the children believe that their mother is innocent? I'm really doubtful because I get idiots on the phone. So I really don't think that's something that I need to do. If you on social media, I will try to address it. If you know how to text me, then I will do that. But I think that it would be a mistake to open up the phone lines. Do you think that the children are going to come to court, especially the older children? Do you think there are two children that are over the age of 18? Do you think that they're going to show up? I'm going to take a commercial break, and then when we come back, we'll talk more about Cheryl. Your good thing done come to an end. We'll be back after these commercial messages. All right, we're in commercial break for those of you on social media. Let me pull up the autopsy report. Going over the autopsy report. I'm not going to open up the lines. I'm thinking about that. It'll get us off focus. For those of you on social media, I have an actual copy of the autopsy report of Lorenzen Wright. What I'm looking for. What is someone looking for? All right. Again, for those of you who are on social media, this is a television show, live television show. So we are in what makes my money. We're in the commercials. Base of the skull. There's no. He was shot in the face. And in the skull. Examination of remains. All right. I'm not going to open up the phone lines. I just don't think that that's going to be a wise thing to do when you're trying to do what I'm doing. How many more we got, Linda? Okay. One more commercial after the one that's on. I left some notes I wrote on the desk. Well, I'm sure I'll get a chance to use them at some other point. All right, we're getting ready to go
20
back.
seconds. Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2.
And thank you so very much, and welcome back to the Thaddeus Matthews Show. As we're talking about Cheryl Wright, the accused murderer of her ex-husband, Lorenzen Wright. I'm sitting here and I'm going through a copy of the autopsy report, okay? And I'm just reading from the summary. Now remember, he was killed in July. It was very hot. It stayed 98 and 100 degrees plus that year in July. When his skeletal remains were found, he was in a state of total decomposition. I'm sure Lorenzen Wright weighed at least 200 pounds. According to the medical examiner's report, when they picked up his remains in his decomposed state, he weighed only 57 pounds. That's according to the medical report. Also goes on to state that the examination of the remains revealed evidence of multiple gunshot wounds. The findings are consistent with at least 2 gunshot wounds to the head, 2 gunshot wounds to the torso, and a gunshot wound of the right forearm. Additional gunshot wounds cannot be excluded. When I read this, I see from the breakdown there were bullets that went all the way through his skull and came out on the other side. I'm saying that this was a crime of passion. Normally, when a man shoots you, and he just shooting you to shoot you, the head is left out. But looking at this, he was shot several times in his face and in his skull. What was Cheryl so upset about? Now, if we go back and they never did find his telephone, but the telephone call that was made, and we've heard the pow, 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 the shots, but from what I'm told from people inside law enforcement, that there is more on that phone than what we have heard thus far, and some of it has been left for the courtroom. I'm told that the area was prepared the day before. At that time, and I remember when I was on the air and I had my radio station, WPLX, Denise Dean, that was a part of my staff, we broadcast live from the scene that day. There was a fist there and barbed wire had been cut, and where they found the body was over behind this barbed wire fence in this area that used to be a lover's lane for Cheryl and Lorenzen. Okay? This spot was not a strange location. Okay? Was not a strange location to Lorenzen. Not. That's the reason I'm told that in cutting the cutting the barbed wire, DNA was gathered because somebody cut their hands on the barbed wire. I don't believe that the first shots was to the head. And here's my reasoning for believing that is because he was able to make a 911 call. I think that when the guns came up, Lorenzen took off. Remember now, Abigail Noel, the psyche, who was on my show, who also goes back to 2013, and says on YouTube that in this psychic realm, that Lorenzen told her in the psychic realm that bitch shot me. And that there was a man by the name of Kenneth Brown that was also there. But the psychic also said and called the name of Billy in 2015. This was already said. I believe that when he was shot and he was running, he hit the 911. And there were some things that he was saying. And I believe that part of his conversation, and he calls out his killer's name, is on that phone. Also, here's what I believe. I believe that on his phone is the voice of Cheryl Wright. Yeah, because I've got it from good sources that all that we've heard on the phone is not the entirety of what was there. And naturally, if it's under investigation, you would only get a snippet. You didn't get the whole picture. You didn't get the whole story. But I believe that when they pulled up the guns, again, he ran because we see that he's shot in the chest, shot in the torso, that before he was shot in the face, I think shooting him in the face was the last act, that he was able to hit 911. And the line was open. And in the line being open, the killers had conversation. Damn, he got that phone. Pow, 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 pow. Is it possible that Lorenzen, before he was shot in his face, shot in his head numerous times, is it possible that he even called Cheryl's name? They're saying, bless me, they're saying that they can place her at the scene. Is what that places her at the scene is the phone call that Lorenzen Wright made to 911. Somebody says, well, I believe he called 911 before they shot him. No, he ain't called 911 before they shot him because he had no reason. Because when the guns came up, that's when the shooting took place. Now, remember what I told you, and I got a call from someone. Because see, I don't think all the parties have been arrested yet. Remember now, we got two different guns, shell casings from two different weapons. I believe that there's a third man that's involved, that helped drag his body back to the location that his body was found in 10 days after the shooting. Is it the person that told him where the gun was? In the river. Now, let me go back to something. That particular night, and I got a call from a person who says that he told the police this 7 years ago, and they found no validity to it. This guy says that he was at Hacks Cross and Winchester at the service station, close to the area where Lorenzen's body was found. You could enter that particular area. Somebody wonder if they could place her at the scene, why it takes so long. Because maybe now all the evidence, because see, I've always felt that somebody in the police department was blocking some of this. I've always felt that. I've always felt that somebody in the Memphis Police Department was blocking some of what was going on. I think that they also got the cell phone. I think that the cell phone has shown up. But let me go back to what I was saying. There was this guy who that it got to me, sent word to me from somebody that I know close, that he was at the station. He heard gunshots that night. Those of you on Instagram, let me bring Instagram. Let me bring those on Instagram back in. Come on back in, those of you on Instagram. He heard the shots. And as he was going from Winchester down Hacks Road, that this gray vehicle with at least two men, maybe a third person, came bearing out of the roadway that leads behind this area. Okay? Leads behind this area. Almost runs him over. Right, that's the BP's gas station, you're right. He said that he notified the police after he heard about the shooting. Then I go back, and I left those, I got so many notes, I left some of them on the desk. He says that he heard 8 or 9 shots, and that a Ford Taurus, came bearing out of that area, silverish, bluish, okay? Is this the vehicle that had the killers in? Then I go back to the barber. That, first of all, he said Lorenzen was at his barber shop on the wrong day. Then he corrects himself. That Lorenzen came to his barber shop, which was New Era, I believe, at that time, up there on Riverdale, next door to where Debo's, is that Debo's? I think that's Debo's Chicken now, up there by the IHOP, behind the IHOP. That Lorenzen came to the barbershop and was picked up by someone in a civil car. That they don't know who was there. And remember, the barber refused to give any details. I think that there's at least one more person that's involved in this particular killing. I don't think that the killing just involves these two. I think that the killers were waiting for him, and that he went with Cheryl to the location. I'm hearing that this was a place, and when they didn't want to smoke, they weed around the church, and they would go here. This was one of their old freak spots. Now I got somebody that keeps, let me do this. And he seems to know a lot about what's going on. He keeps saying that he used to sleep with Cheryl. Let's see if he'll answer the phone. Come on, brother, you keep texting me. Come on, answer.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 901607694 is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Brother, you keep texting me. You said that you slept with Cheryl, and you seem to know a whole lot. Why don't you just go and answer my phone, brother? Okay. If not, just stop texting. You just texting me to death. Okay. But there are some missing peoples. There are some missing pieces in this particular case. Some real missing pieces. After the resident is dead, in 2011, Allstate Insurance gives her $1 million. $1 million. She went out and bought a $32,000 Cadillac Escalade, $26,000 for a Lexus, $69,000 on an assortment of furniture, $11,750 for a trip to New York. That was a hell of a trip. $339,000 to buy and improve a new house, $7,100 for a deposit on a swimming pool, $5,000 for lawn equipment, $277 for dinner and a movie, $34,000 on lawyers, all within 10 months. Billy Ray started a landscaping business. Now, the $5,000 for lawn equipment, hell, she wasn't cutting no grass. He was a yard boy. He was a yard man. Well, brother, you texted me back. If you ain't got no solid info, you don't need to be wasting my time texting. Because see, don't throw no rocks and hide your hand. If you got some information, brother, then say what you got. Okay? And quit texting me. Tell me, my bad. I thought it was okay to text with info. You ain't gave me no info. Back up what you say. Back up what you say. Just go on back up. Just man up and say what you got to say. So this $5,000 that she spent on lawn equipment, was she purchasing lawn equipment for her boy, the deacon, with the landscape business? Because hell, I don't own a lawnmower. I don't own no shears. Because I don't cut my grass. Okay? I got a yard man that cuts my grass and keeps my lawn up. So why I need a lawnmower? Why would Cheryl spend $5,000 on lawn equipment and she don't cut no grass? Then Cheryl, and she's a cold-hearted bitch. That bitch so cold-hearted. Damn, she cold-hearted. She takes the $1 million, spends it on herself. Wait a minute, this also the same woman that gets on TV. My watch is a car. My ring is a house. I have 12 house notes in my ear right now. She said, I'm just saying. In her book, she writes this book, you know. There's almost a tell-all. After a spurt of infidelity by her basketball husband, Sharon, her name in the book is Sharon. Somebody says, fuck you. Well, let's see. Let's see why you're mad, brother. Let's see why you're mad. Let's see why you're mad at 406-0787. Why you mad? Come on. What you mad about? 406-0787.
Your call has been forwarded
Oh, you
to the
cowards.
voice message system. 901406077 is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
And I thought you was bad. Y'all call him and ask him what his problem is. 901-406-0787. Okay? See, y'all want to play gangsters on the phone. And I'm sure that there are some folk right now that's upset. There's a folk who wondering because she screwed everybody. She had that killer coochie. Look, her coochie was so killified. Did I make up a word? Killified. She had that killified killer coochie, that extra strength. She had not the regular, she had unleaded coochie, premium. She went and got another guy. Went and got another guy. She got married. To Reginald Avertees Robinson. This is a copy of the marriage license. 43 and he was 49. This is on the 27th day of March 2014. Got a marriage license. Reg is a nice guy. I know Reg. But Reggie fell in love with that killer coochie. Oh, he got his tank full. Got his tank full. Reggie, nice fellow, works for the sheriff's department. His wife had just died of the counsel. And he fell in love with the killer coochie. And he went and moved in her house out in Eves. Love the killer coochie. Brother, quit texting me. Right? Just quit. If you ain't gonna talk on the air, don't send me nothing. Because you ain't sent me no real information, brother. But she went and married Reginald, Rob Bean's son. Because see, the guy she married to now is Robert's son. But she liked that name, though. Because she was a Robin's son, right? Yeah. She was Sharon Yvette Robin's son. And she done married a guy named Robin's son. Then she married a guy named Robert's son. Whew. Whew. Good God Almighty. Okay. But she married him. The man moved into her house, took all his belongings, took his dog, moved him and his dog in the sheriff's house. Oh, Reginald, he loved him some Cheryl. Probably couldn't wait to get through patrolling Shelby County during the day to get home and get him some killer coochie. One day, he out patrolling, probably riding along whistling. Yeah. Yeah, he was probably out just riding along in the squad car and he was just whistling. Get a call. Probably from another deputy sheriff that was patrolling that area. He just riding around in this squad car. Yeah. Then he probably went, dun, 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 dun. Yeah, but he just riding along. Hey man, Reginald. Yeah, man, what's going on? Man, you moving? No, I ain't moving, man. I love Cheryl. I ain't been moving to leave my killer coochie. Man, it's a big old moving truck at your house. Cheryl, with the help of Billy Ray, took all her stuff, took Reginald's stuff, and the low down bitch even took the dog. Didn't even leave the man his dog. Now you gotta be low down when you just take a man dog. Yeah, I can see you taking his shoes, taking his car, but you took the man's dog. I don't know what kind of dog Reggie had. She took the man's dog. Damn evil bitch she is. Took the man's dog. Lord, have mercy. Went on down, got her man from Memphis, worked for the Tri-State Defender, I ain't got his name in front of me. Went to Houston. Gave his man some of that killer coochie. His killer coochie was so good to him. He wrote a whole newspaper article last month in the Tri-State Defender about his relationship with her. Well, last year, she married another man whose last name is Robertson. She was born a Robinson, married a Wright, then married a Robinson, then she married a Robertson. That's the guy who got the $500,000 house out in California. But she always kept old sidekick Billy Ray. Always kept Billy Ray. That killer coochie, she was just throwing killer coochie left and right. Left and right. But I think that the killing of Lorenzen is all about the money. It's all about the dollar. Kevin Cowens, thank you. That's his name, Kevin Cowens. That is all, that's the guy at the Tri-State Defender. It was all about the money. That was his name. Calvin Cowens. Calvin Cowens, you got you some of that killer coochie too. Woo! I know you're married to Reggie, but can I have some of that killer coochie too? She gave him some. Calvin Cowens. Or I can't do without your killer coochie. I gotta take your killer coochie out of Memphis. Baby, let's run away to Houston, Texas. So they loaded up the truck and they moved to Beverly. They loaded up the truck and they moved to Beverly. Well, the first thing you know, oh, Cheryl's a millionaire. The Canton folks said, Cheryl, move away from there. They said Houston is the place he ought to be. So they loaded up the truck and they moved to Houston. Yeah. Them old TV shows just keep coming back to me. And she moved to Houston. Then she found her another man. I done found my good thing. I done found my good thing. I done found my good thing. Please, I done found my good thing. That's what this man said. So they moved to California. They loaded up the truck and they moved to Beverly. Yeah, they went to California. And the neighbors there said, we always see her out there on the phone. And the private on the phone, especially after Billy Ray got called, Lord, they finna come get me. Who was she in constant contact with? Okay. Who was she in constant contact? She get arrested. Then she play all ill for him in the wheelchair. I quaked it. I'd be crazy. Then 2 days later, she come back, she ain't got no problems. Then she wants to play the game that she ain't her. But now she's here. Now she's here. I think she needs to go to prison. I just think she needs the death penalty. Fire that bitch up. Settle down in old smoking. Turn on the switch. Any woman that's as evil and calculating and conspiring as she is, kill her ass. Kill her. But with that kind of killer coochie that she got, y'all better watch them girls down there at the jail east, because she gonna turn somebody out. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes. Yeah. You deputy jailers down there, y'all be careful, you women guards. Don't let her, especially if you one of them deputy sheriff ladies, and you go both ways. Don't let her entice you. Come here. Come get you some of this demonic coochie. Let's go to the showers. I got something for you. Just give me the key. Give me the key. And when I get out of here, you meet me over on the other side of the railroad track. And let's ride off together. You better watch her in that killer coochie. I don't think they got no male guards out there at 201. I mean, not at Jail East, because Jail East is the women's facility. I don't know whether any men are out there. But I don't think that she's going to get off. I honestly don't. I don't think that they're going to get off. Someone says, honestly, do you think she will be convicted even with the high-powered lawyers she has? Yeah. Here's a girl who said, my wife and I love you. We dykes. Damn. I love y'all too. If y'all need me to join y'all one night and show you the better parts of manhood, just give me a call. We'll do some pastoral counseling. But them girls gonna get her. They gonna turn her out. And she might as well gonna get used to some coochie now. And come up with her a plan to give her coochie away to the female guards, because she will never see outdoors again. Never. I don't even think, I can't even come up with an idea, and I'm pretty smart, but I can't even come up in my mind with a defense that that's old man Ballard, that Blake and Leslie and Steve Senior and Steve Jr. can come up. I can't think of what they could come up with that'll get him off. Somebody said, but they got that Winkler. That's two different cases. You see, y'all comparing apples to oranges. The Winkler case and this case is two different cases. Mary Winkler, and that's their job. Now, when you pay these high-priced attorneys, that's their job, okay? That's their job. Yes, I understand reasonable doubt, but where's the reasonable? If the defense can place her at the scene, and remember with Mary Winkler, okay, if they can place her at the scene, Mary Winkler did not have a co-defendant, okay? This is a co-defendant. You got a co-defendant. Plus, they must have some evidence that she went to Atlanta or sent old boy to Atlanta to kill Lorenzen there. They got to have some evidence that they can tie that together. That's the reason that she is charged with first-degree murder, conspiracy to commit first-degree, conspiracy to commit first-degree murder, and attempted first-degree murder. All of this is a conspiracy. In other words, what the state is saying, what the prosecutors are saying, that she conspired to make sure that Lorenzen Wright died. She had tried it in Atlanta, and damn it, she wasn't gonna let him get away twice. Hell, I'm gonna go to the scene myself and make sure he's dead, 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 dead. Oh, you left me. See, now understand, we're hearing she was a jealous bitch too. Oh, you gonna leave me? I ain't got no money. I done ran out of money. See, they had just got divorced on February 3rd of that same year. Don't forget also, that's a good point, that Wendy Wilson has already turned over some tapes to the police department where Cheryl was calling, threatening to kill him. It was all about the money. She was the ex-wife. And the divorce papers and all of that, y'all know I done tried to get them. They sealed. Now, if anybody just happen to have a copy, y'all know my email address, thaddeus.matthews@gmail.com. Get it to me. See, I also think, because in the divorce decree, this much I do know, it was about $36,000 that she was really getting every month. $26,000 for children on the child support, and $10,000 alimony. I sure wish I could get my hands on that book that she wrote. He had got involved, with a girl by the name of Alex Bradley in Atlanta. I think jealousy, greed plays a lot in this. I do know that you got to be an awful person you got to be an awful person to kill the father of your children. There's some paper. I didn't bring everything because I got a whole file on some stuff I left his office. Somebody says, why didn't Georgia file a conspiracy to commit murder charge? Because they didn't know about it. And it didn't happen, and the evidence doesn't lead for Georgia to even make the charge. I'm going to have to go back to my file. I don't know if I'm going to continue this tomorrow night. Somebody says, yes, Dad, they have male guards that works at jailies. My sisters out there, and all those stupid ass niggas do is shut up. Wait a minute. Let me read this. Yes, Dad, they have male guards that works at jailies. My sister out there, and they tell those stupid ass niggas to shut the up because the boy has already told on her ass. That's why they went right on and snatched her ass up. Right? Even they talked to him. Okay. I couldn't make out the best of that. But the husband didn't even come this morning to see about his wife. And again, the question I have also is, how does she afford the law firm of Steve Faris and the balance? Let's take a commercial break, and we'll come back here on the Thaddeus Matthews Show. Snoop who?
That's the son's name.
Huh?
That's the son's name.
Oh, that's his name, Snoop?
Yeah.
I didn't know who Snoop was. I thought they were talking about Snoop Dogg. I'm not sure right now who has the kids. I don't know, she has a brother that lives in the same town that she was in. I've already explained the arrangement here, and you should have been here on time. So the brother may have them. I know that the mother, Miss Marion, has filed for custody of the children. Yeah, that's why I believe that sheriff's brother. I'm sure the husband doesn't. But it's got to be traumatic. No, I've never seen Herb in court. And Herb is in reference to Lorenzen's father. I've never seen him in court. Pro bono, any movies, won't they get paid? That depends on several factors. The lawyers, these lawyers, it's according to who has the power to even say that there's going to be a movie done. Okay. Now you can cut a movie about this, and you don't need the rights of anybody to do it. But I don't see the attorneys just doing it. Because I'm sure the attorneys got paid in the Mary Winkler story because their stories and their names were used. I'm sure that they got some, but they didn't own the rights to the movie. No, the kids don't necessarily. I could go make a movie about this and not have to have the participants. All I got to do is have the information and make the movie. Whew. A-list. I'm waiting on that mic, man. I'm not on direct TV. Do I think the sister's helping her pay anything? Nope. Not that she run for office. My day has been long, baby. But if you change the names of the people involved, then it's not a movie about Lorenzen. You can make a story that's compatible, but you have to find out if there's anyone that owns the name. It wasn't a defense hearing, it was an arraignment. When you go to an arraignment, the charges are read against you and you ask, do you understand? Do you have an attorney? That's all you do in an arraignment. Oh, I'm tired. Hmm. I think the case will be a very long case. I think it's going to take, it'll probably be a year before it even goes to court. E-Wall 83, I think that Billy Ray is going to cut a deal. This will not be something that's over in a few months. I don't think she'll get bond either. The only plea that I see on the table for him is not to get the death penalty.
Last commercial.
All righty.
Seconds.
Hmm.
10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2.
And welcome back to the Thaddeus Matthews Show here on the SVP TV network. And to those of you who are watching me by way of social media, thank you so very much for being here. I've got 2 days and so many hours left in Facebook jail. So let's see what happens. Hell, I may not even be able to go live when the page comes up. They took the church page down, brought it back up in 24 hours, but we have not been able to go live even from the church page since then. So even if we're able to come back up live, I will still maintain Instagram and also the YouTube channel as well, because Facebook is just not something that I can depend on. My numbers are excellent there, but I'm not going to back down from telling the truth because Facebook or some of these good church folk, y'all get upset at what I say. Did y'all enjoy last night's show? It was like a Wednesday night Bible class. The best is yet to come. So when your preacher gets a whooping Sunday about the 3 days, tell him that ain't 3 days. And Jesus said that as Jonah was in the belly of the whale for 3 days and 3 nights, so shall the Son of Man be in the heart of the earth for 3 days and 3 nights. So that's what it is. Yeah, but many of you like the lies that you are being told. And I got some more good stuff that we're going to be bringing you here on the Thaddeus Matthews Show. The Naked Truth Liberation and Empowerment Ministries is just that. It's a ministry. And I invite you this Sunday morning to come and visit us at the Naked Truth Liberation and Empowerment Ministries. We're located at 3835 Raleigh Milton Road here in Memphis, Tennessee. You can also call us at area code 901-435-6161. Area code 901-435-6161. There are so many things that we're trying to do. And one of the things that we want you to do is to be knowledgeable and come off of the madness and the programming that we as a people have been programmed to think. One of the things that we're about to attempt to do at Naked Truth is to put together a mentoring program for young girls from the age of 12 to 21. The first official meeting of women and girls will be on Saturday, March the 3rd. Now, this mentoring program, we find that so many of our young girls, and we're trying to keep y'all from ending up like Cheryl too. One of the things that we are trying to do is to instill some things into the girls. We have a program that is being put together by Daphne Polk, my executive administrative assistant, and also one of my members who's in the education field, Claudia Butler. We're going to take young ladies from the age of 12 to 21. We're going to be looking for women to mentor, professional women who want to mentor, who want to take some time to talk with young girls, be there for these young girls. This is not going to be just a Saturday event. This is going to be an event where these mentors will have certain young girls under them. These young girls will be able to call you about situations, about certain troubles, certain traumas that they will be going through. That will be a class in the mentoring program that they will learn how to sew, learn how to clean, learn how to cook, complete applications. We were donated some 3 sewing machines. We got to go get them other little things, the bobbins or whatever they call them things, to go on the sewing machines. But young ladies are going to be taught how to sew. We have a fully commercialized kitchen at Naked Truth. They're going to have cooking classes because so many women, so many young women have never been taught how to cook. They're also going to be able to talk about their issues. It's going to be able to talk about their problems. No one will be, including me, will not be a part of those sessions. It's going to be for young girls, and it's also going to be for women. If you would like to be a mentor, then what you need to do is contact us by email, nakedtruthministries@gmail.com. nakedtruthministries@gmail.com. If you want to be a mentor, or if you want to be mentored, you've got young girls, or you are a young lady that wants to be a part of this, you can go to that same email, nakedtruthministries@gmail.com. nakedtruthministries@gmail.com. Then if you want to be mentored, there is going to be an application that you will fill out and submit back to us. If you are under the age of 18, then there is going to be paperwork that your parent will, custodial parent, will have to sign off on. We're also going to want those of you who are still in high school, we're going to want to see your report card. We're going to bring mentors. We've got to change the lives of people in our community. That's what Naked Truth Liberation and Empowerment Ministries is all about. That's the program. I'm letting Dale and I'm letting Claudia head that up. I'm going to have naturally as the pastor input, but I'm not going to be in those classes because I don't know nothing about that. And I ain't trying to learn how to cook and sew. But we want to be instrumental in changing the lives of so many people. Okay. We want you to come and be a part of this. I know that many of you are fearful because of what folk want to say about me. And most of the folk that talk about me don't even know me. They go by what they've heard. He an asshole. Sometimes I can be. He's arrogant. Sometimes I'm that. But he gonna tell it just like this. Baby, I'm so blunt you can roll me and smoke me. It's truth time now. It's time to bring wisdom. It's time to bring knowledge. It's time to bring you that message that is going to help you in your life. You cuss, I do. I make up some words sometimes. They just sound good to me. But at the end of the day, I'm going to give you information. I'm the pastor that makes no salary. Now, I'm the pastor that last week sponsored a program to tell people and teach people how to drive them big rig trucks. I can't drive now, but I had people that wanted to give back. We didn't charge anything. The drivers will start. Those that want to be a part of, those who have their CDLs and things of that nature will start on this Saturday driving those trucks, learning how to drive those trucks. And that's what we're about. We're about, what I say, liberation, freeing you from poverty, empowering you, not giving you just a hand up, but we're teaching you how, when you get up, how you can survive yourself. Not just feeding you some fish, but teaching you how to fish and take care of your own self. So I need you to be a part of what we are doing. I need your financial support in what we're doing. Put the PayPal up, please. I need your financial support. I need you, as we're getting ready to put this mentoring program together, as I'm trying to put together a men's program. I just don't have the men at the church to do it with. But I'm looking, you don't have to be a member of my church to be a mentor or a woman mentor or a men's mentor. We've got to do what it takes to save our people and save our community. I need your help. I need your financial support. PayPal.me/Naked Truth Ministries. Okay? PayPal.me/Naked Truth Ministries. As many of you that could give $20 right now, it sure would be great. If you ain't got a 5 or 10, why don't you give it? If you like to give 50 or more, why don't you give it right now? You see where this ministry is going. You see what we're trying to do as a ministry. I don't even call it church. Oh, we praise God, and my message is not the hoop and the holler. I had to get away from that. It is all about teaching you how to live and getting you out of your state of depression. On Sunday mornings from 9 until 10 o'clock, we have an informational class where we talk about finance, investments, annuities. We're going to be talking about insurance. We're going to be talking about how to make money, how to finance businesses. You need to come and be a part of what we are doing. Somebody says, I haven't given to any ministry in a long time. I gave $20 last night. I appreciate you, but so many of you haven't. So many of you say, man, you got some good information. Then to keep me able to bring you this information, this show by itself costs $6,000 a month. You need to be helping. You need to be keeping this information, assisting in keeping this information available. I need your help. I need your support. I need you to go to paypal.me/Naked Truth Ministries. Go to, and if you don't have PayPal, you can go to the church website at Naked Truth, LEM. Naked Truth, LEM. And it says give. There it is on the screen. NakedTruthLEM.com. You can go there, and on the page, not only do we have the PayPal, but we also have Giveify that you're able to give and to support this particular ministry. Yeah, Naked Truth Liberation and Empowerment Ministries at Giveify.com as well. We want to build up this community. We want to educate in this community. We want to take away the excuses of poverty. We want to train people on jobs. I've given jobs away since the ministry has been organized, okay? And I will continue to do what I'm doing, but I need your support. And especially from you women who want to mentor other women. If you like what I'm doing, give. Don't just talk about it. Don't just be a spectator, okay? Be a participator. You see, you know all the work that I've done in this community. You know how I've raised thousands of dollars to bury dead folk. How I've raised money, thousands of dollars to help people in dilemmas. Well, that's part of outreach. But now I need your support. Your support in helping this ministry do all of the things that we're trying to do for people all over, not just this city, but all over the world. I'm looking to take this truth ministry all around the country, all around the country. I need your help. I'll be giving after you go offline. Thank you, Miss Need. Look, I'm a businessman, okay? I got these T-shirts too. Y'all don't cuss? Let me cuss for you. The T-shirt says, whoop, I'm gonna Thaddeus Matthews you. Gotta feel these left. I'm gonna Thaddeus Matthews you. Then that's from no, I'm gonna cuss you. I will cuss your ass completely out. Okay? Yeah. Here it is. Those of you online, y'all see it. I'm gonna Thaddeus Matthews you. Come and get it. Now, for you guys that suffer from erectile dysfunction, where the stuff at, Dale?
In the drawer.
Okay. You guys that suffer from erectile dysfunction. 2 minutes? Oh, I gotta do it fast. Your thing ain't working, you wanted to get it hard, you wanna be able to please your woman. I had a woman call me there, can I get a case of it? I said, a case? Old men, young men, whatever kind of man you are, all you gotta do with this juice. I got the coffee too, but this juice, you can do this on the run. Look, you just open it up, pour it in the water. Take me to the water. Take me to the water. Take me to the water so it will get hard. Okay. Pour it on in there. Put the top on it. $10 a pack. When you come by the church, you gotta get at least 3. I don't even go to the door for $10. If your man's thing ain't working, I'll be at the church by at least 11 o'clock tomorrow. Shake it on up, shake it on up. Then after you shake it up, just put it in a little while, turn it up. Yes. Do what? And don't forget, we also got the, you gonna get something for your man, Lover Well? Your man, look, woo, it'll get him hard as a brick, baby, hard as a brick. If it ain't got hard before, it'll get hard now. With this product, come on by the church. I'll be there by 11 o'clock tomorrow, Naked Truth. Don't forget, we got the CDs, and I found my good thing, and also Standing on the Edge About to Fall, and you caught me. Yeah, all of that. That's part of being an entrepreneur. We talk about multiple streams of revenue. Don't worry whether I'm getting ready for some killer coochie or not. Just, can you handle something? If you can't handle your killer coochie, it's time for me to go. I gotta go. Mike Williams is getting ready to come in with Memphis Behind the Badge. Stay tuned for the president of the Memphis Police Association. We'll be back tomorrow night. Ain't no telling what we're gonna do. Miss Fat, you ain't got no CDs of the song. Did Laquita get them songs? Come on by tomorrow and get you one of them CDs, Laquita. I'm out of here. Thank you so very much for all of your time and your patience. If you like to advertise also, you got a business, you want to advertise on the Thaddeus Matthews Show, 435-6161. You politicians, you better get with me, 435-6161. Until tomorrow night, top of the evening to you. Bye, y'all.